Hi, and good evening, and welcome to this special THFC Till I Die show. It's the post-match Ireland show. Ireland won tonight 3-0 against Gibraltar. We've got an English fan in with us, Philip, as well. Well, she's Greece or Cyprus. We don't know where she's from. She's playing
I've got my allegiances everywhere, haven't I, Derma?
I don't know. You're Greek, you're Cyprus, you're English, you're Irish, you're Scottish, you're Welsh, you're American.
It all depends on the result.
It does.
Yeah.
Greekish.
Yeah.
I'm Greekish.
Yeah. So something anyway. Anyway, joining me on this special YouTube show is myself, called Dermatron, Kenny out now. We've got the ever hopeful Irish fan, Mr. Philip Brady, the Godfather, and the woman where I don't know, she wakes up in the morning. I think of myself, I'm going to come from India today. But it's Queen Ellie. Wherever she lays her hat, that's her home. Philip, guys, listen.
Oh my God!
I don't know if Ellie's taken Africa or she fell off a chair, one or the other.
When I come to Ireland, I'm Irish. Don't you know it?
That's the worst Irish accent I've ever heard in my life.
Sorry. It was like
anyway,
Irish.
Yeah. Anyway, you sound like somebody from Cork. You know, that's just got all excited about them becoming their own republic, and Philip knows about that. Anyway, so Philip, 3-0 against the might of Gibraltar. Do you know the hotbed of European football really is? Look, I'm not as happy with this win as you are. For me, Kenny has to go. He has to go.
I didn't say I was happy with it. I said it was a decent performance in the second half after a terrible first half. But, you can only beat what's in front of you. And Gibraltar had 11 men behind the ball most of the time. And we don't have the guile or the midfielders to break that sort of team down. And that's why we struggled. So, a win is a win. But, I mean, it's only bought Kenny a bit more time as far as I'm concerned, you know?
Yeah. Big up Carl Simpson. See, you didn't catch me out tonight, Carl. You didn't catch me out. Yeah. The other two are thinking, not yet. He will. He says, evening, guys. So after you said the other night, how many games has Kenny bought himself tonight? Wasn't it something like 33 shots?
Yeah, 33 shots. It didn't show how many were on target, but the goalkeeper had decent enough games, so maybe 7 or 8 of them on target.
Look, for me, I think he needs to go now. Needs to go tonight, Philip.
Realistically, he really won't. You know that. He won't. Because the simple reason they don't have the money to bring in a decent manager. We've now got till September before we get a match again. So that's 3 months to get the team sorted out. When he will go is when we lose heavily to France and Holland, then he will go, but not before that. I can't see it. I mean, I'd like to see him go, but realistically, he won't. He won't.
But is he a dead man walking?
He's a dead man writing his own obituary. You know, he's going to go. He's going to go inside the next 3 months, but they're not going to sack him now. I'm just telling you that they won't.
Well, we'll get into that in a minute. Ellie, Carl, Carl said Ellie's English tonight as Greece lost tonight. Yeah, they lost 1-0 to France.
I must admit, I've got an English grandmother, so my mum's mum was English, so I have to be fair to both sides. And then I stay on the good side and I get fed well, If you want your Greek food, you want your English food, your roast dinners and your fish and chips, and then you want your Greek spread, you have to keep them both happy.
Yeah. There'll be no smash Greek restaurants tonight, though.
No.
What's your thought after the result on the weekend, Ellie, to the result tonight for Greece? I mean, look, you beat a very poor and a very disorganized Irish side at the weekend, and you actually go to Paris and they only beat you 1-0, and they got
a man sent off as well. You see, on 6, and it's just like Greek to be sent off at the 69th minute, isn't it? I won't go any further on that one.
Ellie's just being rude again. But no, the point I'm trying to make, guys, is, Greece are going to be the surprise team in our group, Philip. Before we get on to the England game, Ellie, and you can explain to everyone how England got on tonight. Could Greece be the surprise package in our group?
Well, they've got 6 points from 3 games, but you still have to think it's going to be Holland and France will qualify from that group.
Yeah, but Holland have already lost already, Philip.
They have, yeah, but the Holland will come good. Holland will come good. And I don't. Okay, great. Well, but I don't know if they might get through as one of the best runners up. The third place team get through as a runner up, or the best runner up, or the best non-runner up.
Is that what we're looking for, Philip? For our performances between now and
we're not going to get it. We're getting nothing out of this group. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. We'll be finishing just above Gibraltar, but that's a gimme. But no, I think Holland and France are going to be the favourites. Greece will run them, but I think they won't get quite there.
But isn't that? Look, we'll go back to the Irish question in a minute. Ellie, how did England get on tonight? Did you lose? Did you win? Did you draw?
We won 7-0. 7. Yeah, 7-0. Brilliant.
Never hit the bloody end of it now.
But we weren't playing anybody really. No disrespect to North Macedonia, but they're not the greatest footballing nation.
So you play North Korea?
No, North Macedonia.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, but if we played North Korea, it wouldn't have been 7-0. No way, because they're a tough group. They're a tough team to play. South Korea are better though, obviously, because they got Sonny. But you know what? It was a very cagey match up to 29 minutes when Kane got the first goal. It took them 29 minutes to score. Yeah.
But 7-0 though. So, look, Philip. Look, we look. You look at the other home nations: England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland. Philip.
Northern Ireland left tonight again.
Yeah, they did. You look at Scotland, right? Scotland. Look, England going to qualify. That's a gimme. England's going to qualify for a major tournament, every group they get into. So, they're going to be in the major tournament. But, I mean, we've got big up Carl Simpson. We've got Dara here also saying, I don't think Kenny will be sacked for a while yet. The whole Irish football system has to be ripped up and started again. Now, we talked about this on Sunday with Ollie on there. Who's responsible for this now? The FAI have no money. We all know that, and we all know that John Delaney. If you want to explain to people what John Delaney did, I think it'd be nice to give people a bit of background to where we're going to go with this. But so, what did John Delaney do to the FAI to do what they did?
Basically, screwed them dry. John Delaney was the chief executive, I think, of the FAI, and give an example of the money that he spent. He had a 50th birthday party with a James Bond theme that the FAI paid for. Cost something, I don't know what it cost, an immense amount of money, right? He entered the FAI into contracts. He was as crooked as a wet week. He followed his father, was also chairman, of the FAI some years before him. And he didn't get it off the back of a stamp either. He was this guy was probably the most corrupt person that's been in football in a long, long time, and basically got away with it. There was never any criminal charges brought against him. He's now working as a consultant in England, but he absolutely put the Irish football back 10 years. But with no money, he cleaned this out, ran up debts for the FA still repaying, and this is why we cannot afford decent managers.
No. I mean, who would you like to come in, Philip?
Who would I like? Chris Hughton.
See, I was talking to Mr. Harris today, right? And we were talking about this. And Ellie, look, I'm going to ask you a question as somebody on the outside looking in.
Yeah.
Do you feel, if you look back to the Jack Charlton times under Ireland and when we were all qualifying for major tournaments, Mick McCarthy qualifying for major tournaments, Martin O'Neill qualifying for a major tournament, did you feel the tournament was better for having the Irish there than not having the Irish there? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that goes without saying. I mean, the Irish are the Irish. They bring the party, and your fans are absolutely fabulous. The passion, and you know what? Your team play for those fans, right? And you can see it. They give everything they've got, you know, and with a little bit of luck here and there, you could have even gone further. But I just feel that your fans are the best in the world, and I'm not just saying that. They are fantastic, your fans, and they support you. Now they're going to be supporting the ladies as well, because your ladies have qualified for the FIFA World Cup for the first time. So I did a show on that as well. So you know what? I feel proud. I feel proud that I'm on a stream with two brilliant Irishmen as well, in yourself and Philip. And you've just got to sort out that crook who went off with the money, and try and sort it all out, get some more finances in, and support the grassroots of Irish football as well, and also bring in another manager. Like you say this guy's not good enough. I'll trust what you say, Dermot, and get someone with, like Philip just said, Chris Hughton, to lead your troops, make you proud again, because you're all proud, you Irish. You need a team to get behind, and if you're not feeling it, I can understand why.
Philip, you're
There was
gonna
42,500 people at that match tonight. Can I just tell you a story about a trip I made with the Irish fans one time, about 2004, I think it was, 2005.
Love to hear it.
We were playing Russia in Moscow, right? And Moscow, and that sort of was not an easy place to get to. You get visas and the whole lot. I went with a group of 40, right? And we stayed in a hotel that they knocked down 6 months later and built a slum. It was that bad, right? Anyway, the day of the match, we were all told to get out of the hotel because Prime Minister Putin, as he was at that stage, was coming to an army function in the ballroom, and we were all told to get out of it. So we were all, what the hell is this? We went anyway. But what Putin saw when he came up the driveway of the hotel, every window in the hotel had an Irish flag or an Irish shirt hanging from it. Right? So that's what that looked like. We went to the match, right? We were escorted to the match by the Russian riot police. There was a policeman every 2 yards to make sure we weren't attacked by the ultras. We lost the match 3-2 or something, 4-2. At the end of the game, we were held back in the stadium, right, for 20 minutes after the thing had gone. The goalposts had been taken up. And as the Russian fans were leaving, we were all waving at them and shouting, We're back outside. We were put into a pen. And, of course, the Irish boys started making sheep noises. And even the Russian police had to start laughing at that. And
didn't they do the same in the Did they do the same in the tele? Sorry, go on, Philip. Go on. Sorry.
That's a great story, Philip.
Brilliant story. Another trip in Prague a couple of years later. There's a McDonald's cafe near the ground. And after the match, this conga line of Irish fans come into the McDonald's singing "Big Macs for the boys in green." So that's the Irish fans, and we deserve better, to be honest.
Do you remember what they did in Italian 90 when they come into the pens? Jack Charlton, and they had the Dutch fans in one pen, they had the English fans in another pen, and of course the Irish fans are there. And don't forget, this is a very, very hot day now in Calgary. And it's the same thing that all of them penned in together. What did the Irish fans start doing? Sheep noises. You've got the Dutch and English fans trying to get at each other, and there's the Irish fans going, meh. The Italian police were just looking at them going, what are these?
Brilliant humor. Another thing we did on that trip to Prague, I don't know if anybody's ever been to Prague. There's a huge big square in Prague, right? And the day of the match, did the conga line the whole way around it. And there's hundreds of Czech police. They think the Irish fans are like the English fans. No offense to the good English fans, but they think there's going to be trouble. What they did was the boys were grabbing the policemen and making them go in the conga line the whole way around the square. It was priceless. It was priceless.
I tell you one thing. The chat is actually quite hopping tonight, and I got loads of stuff started. So quickly come in. It really has, Philip. I didn't think we put this show together thinking nobody would turn up, and people are great cracking and putting some good comments. Carl Simpson saying, "I wonder what he went as for in his James Bond theme party."
He didn't go as Blofeld anyway, that's for sure.
No. Darius says the FAI needs a yes man. That's not going to rock the boat. That's why Kenny will be there.
Yeah,
It makes a very good point of that.
He does, actually. Yeah, he does. Yeah. Don't disagree with that at all.
No, I don't. Carl Simpson says the Irish should be there 100%. It must sting as Northern Ireland were crap for years, and now you would say they are better than you.
Well, back in the 80s, they've had a couple of bad results.
Yeah, but back in the 80s, Northern Ireland qualified for the 2 World Cups, didn't they? 82 and 86.
Right. Pat Jennings in goal in the 86 one, yeah.
Joseph saying thanks Queen Ellie for your lovely tribute for us. We've got Darius saying Big Sam would be a bad shout to bring in. He was one of the founding members. He was one of the founders of Limerick FC.
That wouldn't be a bad shout. It would be a bad shout. You know, Big Sam, I know we all laugh at him and say, we're joking about him coming to Tottenham and everything because we couldn't afford anybody else. Big Sam is not a bad manager for all. He's a good thing for hopeless cases. Like, I know he failed at Leeds, but he can normally, improve teams he goes to. So you never know. And he's got international experience with England.
So we've got Carl Simpson, Ryan Mason for Ireland.
No. I think he's
big up Ryan. It says, "Hi Domo, how are you?" We've got Derula saying Sheffield Wednesday's manager Darren Moore's just got sacked.
Yeah, I think actually he's left a mutual agreement. I don't think he was sacked now. I read that earlier. But we've got our manager now, so unless you bring him in as a coach,
we've got Carl Simpson. Didn't he get Sheffield Wednesday up this year?
He did, yeah, he did. That's a surprising one.
Yeah,
that is a shock.
He orchestrated probably the greatest. He orchestrated probably the greatest comeback in playoff history. 4-0 down from the first leg, and they got through.
Yeah.
Carl Simpson's. I went with friends to an Ireland match years ago. I was hesitant being English, but I was welcome and didn't get home for 48 hours.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
It doesn't. Tell us more, Carl. Where did they kidnap you?
Oh, stop.
I think if you asked every Irish fan, they've got a fantastic story to tell. You know what I mean?
I remember years ago we went to an England Ireland match at Wembley. And I was only a young kid at the time. I went with my dad and a few of my uncles and that, right? And because that was around the time we really weren't accepted because of what the IRA were doing. And we were getting bottles of, how can I put it politely? Urine chucked at us, right? Yeah. By the English fans. So this Irish fan said he got pissed off with this. So the only thing I could describe he put in the bottle was, it wasn't we. Right, and he chucked the bottle back at them. Right, I've never seen so many English fans just run away in all my life.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, good. But no, I've had great time watching Ireland over the years. Do you know the crack we've had has been, and the times we've been up ourselves, Philip, with you, me, and Dave Harris, has always been sessions. We're going there. And there's always a good sing song. So,
but if anybody can ever get away on an away trip, do it. It is just you'll never ever forget it. And of course you have to sign the Official Secrets Act before you go.
Oh yeah. Do you remember, Philip? Do you remember when we qualified for Euro 88? Right? How many people took loans out of the credit union?
There was more kitchens. There's more kitchens being refurbed and new bathrooms been put into houses that year. Unbelievable.
Mystery, it says THFC till I die. Hey Dermotron, hey Phil, well done England, great squad we have. We've got to win a major tournament soon. We have the squad. I think we need a better manager though.
Yeah,
look, to be honest with you, Philip, do you think? Look, we do look across the water and be a bit envious of what England are doing. Do you think they've missed their boat of winning a major tournament now?
England? No, I don't think so. I think they will win one. I think they will win one soon. I think they will. And to be honest with you, I would like to see them win it because, I mean, I know we're supposed to be the arch enemies in this. We're not really. I mean, if we were arch enemies, we wouldn't be going across England every couple of weeks to see our team play. You know, just the fact because Harry Kane pulls on a white shirt instead of a green one. I want to see Harry Kane doing well when he puts on any shirt, as long as it's not an Arsenal shirt or a Chelsea shirt. You know,
mind you, we did have the problem in '95 with the England fans at Lansdowne Road.
I mean, that was unforgivable when they wrecked Lansdowne Road. I mean, that was shocking. You know, that was.
You had a problem with Vinnie Jones as well, didn't you? Didn't you have a problem with Vinnie Jones biting one of your reporters?
Everybody has a problem with Jones, I think.
Yeah. Did you see? Can I just say the Gardaí that night were letting them know how they treat people in Dublin. Honestly, there was this one England fan. I'll never forget it. Right, he had blood streaming down his face, and he said to the Gardaí, "Why are you hitting me?" And he turned around. He says, "Because you threatened the little boy," and he whacked him over the head with the truncheon and walked off. He says, "I'm going to sue you." He says, "Sue who?" Can I just state, not all England fans are like that. 98% of them are well behaved, well mannered, good crack, banter, everything you could wish for. It's only a small minority that spoil it for everyone else.
2%. But can I just go one more quick Irish story? And this is what I have to tell. 1990, penalty shootout against Romania. I was over in what was the old Butlins in Wales at that stage, and it was full of Irish, right? And we're all watching it in the bar. And when the penalty went in, everybody was up on the tables, dancing around. And this poor old young bar manager was probably scared for his job. Please get down. You'll damage the furniture. Please get down. Nobody was taking a blind bit of notes. At the end, fuck it, he says, get on with it. And the whole place erupted. I've never seen anything like it. I'd say the bar takings there were a record for Butlins ever.
Right. This is... I know I told this story on Sunday, but we'll tell it again. It was Jack Charlton. And I mean, look, I said to Dave earlier, Philip, we need to dig up Jack Charlton, clone him, right, clone him again and bring him back from the dead because we need him desperately. We miss him. Carl said, I'll do the Jack Charlton story in a minute. Carl says, I also know someone who went out and got his beloved Irish Ireland flag tattooed on his leg. When he went on his lad's holiday in Spain, he woke up the next day and the tattooist put the colours the wrong way around.
Put the Italian flag on them instead of them.
Yeah.
There's another flag very like the Irish flag. Ivory Coast, I think it is. Very
Ivory
like the Irish flag.
And Mr. He says, was that the England 2-1 match in the mid 80s, 85 when Lineker and Brian Robson won? I think Frank Stapleton may have scored. No, I think it was the one for.
It was later. It was 1990s. That was.
Yeah.
The match was abandoned. It never actually finished. You know. So.
Ireland will win. No, the match I went to, Philip. The one I was talking about. When I went.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was the one that they wrecked on road.
No. The match I went to was the 91 game when we drew 1-1 with England. Do you know it took England 33 years to beat us in the competitive match?
I think I've heard you say that about 50
You never beat the
Irish.
You never beat the Irish. But look. Yeah. How long have you got left, Philip? Because I know you're tough time.
5 minutes, actually. 5 minutes.
Yeah. Well, that's all. We'll do another 5 minutes. Look, where do you see Ireland going from here, Philip?
On holidays. Seriously. Send the players on holidays, send them to come back in September, win a few matches, get a few bit of pride back in the team. Because we're playing for pride at the minute. We're not playing to get into the next round of this tournament. Absolutely not. And we're just not good enough. We're just not good enough.
Listen, Ellie, we're going to finish off with this Jack Charlton, and then we'll get your final thoughts on England and Ireland and that, Ellie. Okay. So, Jack, what was Jack Charlton's coach? What was his name? Byrne. Charlie Byrne. Was it Charlie? Mick Byrne. I think it was Charlie. Anyway, Charlie, one of his assistants said, boss, you've got to get me to see the Pope if we get to Rome. So anyway, because Ireland beat Romania in penalties, and I was up in my mum and dad's bedroom watching that penalty shootout on a little telly, right? And I danced around the sitting room when we beat. I went to school the next day with my Irish top on. The amount of abuse I got, but I didn't care. Ireland in the quarterfinals of the World Cup against Italy. So anyway, of course Jack Charlton, the team get invited to see the Pope, and of course it was Pope John Paul then the second, and they went in. Anyway, and this is a massive arena at the Vatican, isn't it, Philip? It's a quite big.
Oh yeah,
place.
Yeah.
Of course, when the Pope comes out and does his blessings, he doesn't speak in one language. He speaks in 17 different languages.
Wow.
Right. So there we are. So there's all team. And poor old Jack Charlton, right, is not enough. It's very hot in there, right? He's not enough. Anyway, he's got a line of photographers, right, leaned on him, right, trying to catch him falling asleep. So Charlie Burns next to him, right, give him a nudge to keep him awake. Well, when the Pope was blessing, right, everyone, Jack Charlton must have woke up. He saw the Pope bless him. He stood up and gave a wave to the Pope.
Oh, stuff. Oh,
do you know what?
Do you know the other story about Jack? Jack retired. He went down for an awful lot of fishing down the west of Ireland, and Jack would like to pint. And Jack would go into every pub in Ballina and Westport and all these places down there. And when the night was over, he'd go and write a check to pay for the drink. He knew bloody well most of those checks would never be cashed. Most of them are still in frames up behind the bar in the pubs. So Jack basically drank himself around the island for free.
Yeah. Carl says, look, when I think of Ireland, the first memory comes to mind a certain Ray Houghton rocket. What comes to mind for me is a certain Ray Houghton header.
Yeah.
I've got a funny story about Ray Houghton. He used to play for Oxford United, if I'm correct.
Right.
Yeah, he did.
And I went to the QPR Oxford United League Cup final with my husband, and they battered them 3-0. QPR got battered. And Ray Houghton scored that day, if I remember rightly. Yeah. I think he's not my husband's favourite player. Just put it that way.
No, well, he did score against you as well in Stuttgart.
And he went to Liverpool afterwards, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah.
Ellie, very quickly before we end up, first question: are you on in the morning?
Are we on at 4 o'clock tomorrow?
Are you on at 10:30 in the morning?
Oh, 10:30 to do a show, you mean?
Doing your breakfast show.
Not tomorrow.
Or is that
no.
later in the
I'll
week?
do it the day. I'll do it the next. I'll do it the day that I haven't got a stream with you guys.
Right. Right.
I think I'm on tomorrow and I'm on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to do the England team, aren't I?
Yeah, you are. Right. Very quickly, Ellie. Can Ireland women win the World Cup?
No. Well, the thing is, they'll need they'll need a lot of luck because it's there, But they've got some very good players, right? I know you boys are laughing. They've got they've got 3 very good players. If they play out of their skin and they perform as a team, listen, if you perform as a team, you can overcome a lot of the better teams in the tournament. We've seen it in the men's game as well, where they haven't given anybody a chance to beat a bigger team, and it has happened. But it's going to be tall for them to win it. I think they'll get through their group, though. I think I'm putting a bet on now that they're going to get through that group.
No,
they've got Nigeria, Canada, and Australia. Australia will probably win it, and then it will be out of Ireland and Canada. But if you go to the men's tournament, I think the third team's going to playoff, don't they?
Yeah, that's going to be great.
For the knockouts.
Well, listen, before we go, we have some breaking Spurs news. So I'm going to play the breaking news and we'll leave you with this. And I bet you the guys will pick this up tomorrow.
They've got some breaking news. Nice.
Yeah, so here we go. Well, this has been sort of rumbling around for the last few weeks, but apparently tonight I'm hearing that Ali Litterhad are ready to move for Tottenham Hotspur forwards Sung Hun-min. I was just Son because I can never get his name right. With an opening bid in the region of €60 million, $65 million plus bonuses. He's been offered a 4-year deal worth $30 million a season.
Well, he's gone. He's not be able to refuse that. you know something? If Harry Kane's news hadn't come through tonight that he was staying and I saw that, I'd be horrified. But now that Harry's staying, I would be a bit surprised if Son does go. It's very hard to turn down that sort of money, really. You know, that's life-changing stuff. You know? Plus, we get 60 million. We get 60 million. You know, we love him.
Philip, look, we've won tonight. I'm going to leave the last word to you on the Ireland question. And we will get into this more in the summer as well, because we're going to do an international special. Me and Philip are going to do a politics special, which I cannot wait to do. I don't know if anyone wants to be involved in that, but we're going to do an English politics and Irish politics, and we're basically going to take the piss out of everything. We really are. We're going to make it a funny stream.
Can I just say that if you're a Donald Trump fan, put a pair of earmuffs on. It's not going to be pleasant for you.
I'm looking forward to this one. Is Kenny a dead man walking? I did write this earlier, even if we win tonight. But Ireland did win 3-0. But is he a dead man walking?
He is, but he'd be walking. He'll have another pair of shoes worn out by the time he's sacked.
Yeah.
You know, he'll be hit till after the qualifying rounds.
Ben saying...
Sorry, that's the way. Carl Simpson is a lovely message for you there, Don. You have to read that.
Yeah, I'm going to read it in a minute. 60 million is nowhere near enough for Sonny.
I don't know. Age, you know?
Yeah, Dermot, I heard they're going to put the cockerel cock. Oh, for fuck's sake.
You got cooked again.
The cockerel cock in every corner of the stadium. Fuck you, Carl Simpson. Seriously. Oh, dear. We've got level 60 million for a 31-year-old. It's about right.
Yeah,
I didn't know Son was 31.
He is, he is 31.
Didn't know that.
Well, he's pushing
I think
31.
that cockerel cock should be put in Wexford.
Yeah. Be careful, Lally. Be careful.
I think it should go directly to Wexford, first class.
First class, the cockerel cock. I still haven't got my cockerel actually from you, Philip. We need to arrange that. And also, I've heard my contacts expect Rhea and Madison deals to really push on that. Yeah, I've heard that as well. Philip is being called. He needs to go and sort out Stephen Kenny to give him a good dressing down because he's part of the FAI. Second team. Yeah, Ellie's going off to lead yourself to another country. So Ellie could come on tomorrow and say she's now a pride person from Iceland, Denmark, Zimbabwe, Haiti.
Denmark because of my Hoybier connection.
Yeah, God knows. But Ellie could come on tomorrow and call herself, I don't know, Ellie could be a new North Korean fan, so who knows with Ellie, bless her. And then I'm back on Wednesday. Philip, you need to go, you shoot off, because I've got one more message.
Ellie, I'll see you tomorrow at 4 o'clock, okay?
See you tomorrow, 4 o'clock. By the cockerel cock in Wexford.
Yeah, the cockerel cock, yeah. Right.
Can I just read? I want to hang the cockerel cock off Dermot's wall.
We've got to sort out Dermot's dyslexia, don't we? We've got to sort it out. We'll get him the best teacher.
Do you know what? On that bombshell, I'm fucking out of here. Good night. God bless. Come on, you Spurs and Angie, we trust.